14, 318 days old, I think. So that was an exciting moment as well. I think it was more important, or more sort of, I was excited playing my brother as well. Like, never played with him before. Played against him in the backyard, and that's about it.
First grade debut, we actually played against Mitchell Stark, who was playing, so I come in and got to face him, which was a pretty good experience. I got 16, then he sticked me off, but yeah, it's just facing some of that pace and that calibre when you're 16 years of age is, yeah, pretty good.
Came in, I think, when we were 6 for 60, it would have been, and then I ended up getting 47 not out or whatnot, and we ended up making about 140. And then by the end of the day, they were 9 for 110, and we ended up winning the game when I wasn't there, so it's pretty awesome.
My one-day debut was at Souths against Souths. We were full strength, so we had Harris, Lynn, Palmer's back, Boyce as well, and then we were playing against Cutting and Christian and a couple of the other boys, so I was probably the most nervous up to last year of my career. I was facing Cutting as a 16-year-old, so I was a bit scared, didn't want to get hit. And then in my 2-day debut was against the Sunshine Coast at Toombul. I got 101 and then got out, which was a bit unfortunate, but good to get 100 on debut.
I was playing against Bradley Hogg, actually. I was playing against Willerton. I was 16. We came in at the end of the first day, and just to chuck me on for an over, and Hoggy put me into the trees. So the captain said, well, don't worry about it, mate. We came back the next day and I didn't get a bowl to the end of the day, and I got the winning wicket with a wrong one. So that's sort of how my first game went, and they stuck with me, and still in first grade to this day.
Pretty scared because Gary Putlam was playing, so I didn't get a bat in the first innings, which was good. I played with some good players, Daniel Harris, Chad Sayers, Kane Richardson was playing for Woodville. And yeah, Putlam for Southern, so it was good.
I think I may have hit someone in the arm and broken it or something. So it wasn't great, but no, it was it wasn't one of those nightmare debuts. Luckily, I think it was Nick Burtis. I'm not sure if it was broken, but I felt pretty bad because he looked like he was in a bit of pain.
I remember we actually bowled first week, and the next week got rained off. A number of things happened. It took me about a month to get my first grade run. I think in the other team was Ben Edmondson, a former WA quick. So yeah, it was all a bit nerve-wracking. I remember my first run, just hit it and ran, took off, all a bit of a blur, dived and realised that I was home by a long way, and all the boys were laughing up on the balcony, but yeah, it was pretty memorable. It was good.
I was at Sydney Uni No. 1 Oval. I was opening the batting with Ed Cowan. I walked past Greg Matthews on the way out the field, and he said, "You're playing with the big boys now." So that was pretty exciting, and the opposition had Bo Casson and Matt Nicholson, so it was really exciting. I made 27, and I probably didn't, decent start, I should have kicked on, but it was all pretty exciting. Felt like a bonus just to be playing first grade at that stage, yeah.
It was an exciting day for me, because I had Mitch Marsh in the same team, which was, being a 16-year-old, you really, look forward to that sort of opportunity. It's not every day it comes across. That was good. Versus Willerton Cricket Club at their home ground, and got a couple of wickets to start me off, so I was pretty happy.
First grade debut for Penrith. It was against Uni New South Wales at Blacktown International Sports Park, and didn't get too many runs, but Van der Guden actually cleaned me up a bit too quick for me on the day, but yeah, enjoyed it and we won, so that was the main thing.
Debuted in our semi-final. We lost, but I did it right and took 3 wickets on debut, and played with, who was playing? Liam Davis from WA, which is pretty good. I'd never played with him before, and he obviously made a double ton for WA, so that's pretty special. I made a few runs as well, which I'm not too renowned for, but yeah, no, it's definitely a good debut.
So the guys at Manly, the older sort of guys like Tim Cruikshank, the captain that I've been under for the last couple of years, and my coach Sean Bradstreet has had a big influence on my sort of cricketing career and has helped me along the way.
So Grant Lambert was there, then Anthony Clark, so all the guys that have coached me coming up from Green Shield and the juniors, so I think for me I got along with him really well and sort of learned a lot about the game from him. He was an awesome grade player and had some good memories as well, joking around and stuff, so Yeah, they were my most enjoyable times, I think, playing with those guys.
I find that's probably the best part about grade cricket is getting to learn a lot, especially from your colleagues that are around you there and people you play against, the way they go about the game, and you just get to learn from them and some of their experiences. It makes you sort of think, if you're in that situation, what would you do and how you go about that there.
The two guys for me who have been really great are Ed Cowan and Greg Mail. Ed was sort of, just play your own way, and Maley is just one of those guys who I sort of was able to watch and learn the way that he went about it. So just the discipline he had to have in his game to become a first-class cricketer.
Well, I've had Scott Coit at Campbelltown and Josh Layla who's at Penrith. They just told me to keep going with the way I'm going and train hard, and it'll all come together.
It was more the sort of to know that I didn't take any shortcuts and stuff, like I back your ability, and when you're in the moment, just try and play the game, try not to think about it too much, and at the same time really enjoy the cricket. That was what they mainly made sure, have a joke around, and those times then were the ones for me where sort of, I reckon, was a stepping stone for me definitely to kick off.
One of the big draw cards for me was coming back to play good cricket every weekend in Sydney grade cricket. In New Zealand there was a second 11 tournament for 14 days of the year, and I played that and then maybe 1 or 2 games for Otago, and that was all the good solid cricket I had. The club cricket wasn't nearly as good a standard as it is in Sydney.